Undead is definitely not what we want to see. How good are the undead? Okay, no tackle is nice, and no mighty bow yet on the whites. They've got a frenzy white, which is unusual. They've got a dirty player, which is bad news for us, and they've got a movement ghoul. They've got a 4-0-0 record. So obviously a good coach too. And they have enough inducements to get something scary. I really, really dislike playing undead with wood elves. I think undead are one of the best designed teams to play against wood elves. The only thing that makes this a bit less awful is that they haven't got tackle. Because one of the reasons that undead are so tough for wood elves is that at this TV you often see tackle mighty bow already on the whites. Yeah, undead at low TV are very, very good. Undead are one of the best low TV teams. Low to mid TV, they're very, very good. At high TV, they still can compete, but they just start to run into the issue of claw mighty bow is such a threat to the mummies. And if you take out the mummies, they're suddenly a lot less scary. But they're a very strong team, really nice team. They're a fun team to play, actually. They're like, because they've got some sort of versatility to them. They've got the ability to bash, but also like the movement, 7, dodge, ghouls. They're a very strong team. I think you might be right, Saiti and Rick. I think it's probably between them and orcs at 1000 TV, but I think I would probably prefer undead. Because I think having some dodge skill at 1000 TV is just so good. Yeah, Claw Mighty Bow in this edition of the game is very defining at high TV. I wonder if it will be less so in the new edition because they've slightly reduced its impact, especially taking away piling on. But I haven't played enough of the new rules yet to know that. And I think actually in general, the way the new rules are set up, really high TV is less likely, which is also a good thing, I think. But that also might just be my skewed perception from playing in mostly just my local league. It may be once Blood Bowl 3 comes out and people can play infinite numbers of games and they don't put redraft in, which they should put redraft in, but that's the talk. That it might turn out you can get huge high TV. Okay, they're going on defense first, so do we Daka? Very possibly. The thing that puts me off the Daka is they've got some very nice speed in the team. But the reason to Daka is just staying away from those mummies for as long as we can is a good idea. And with 2 strength for wardancers, our options for punching through their line whenever we feel like it are going to be much stronger. I need to set up like a text command where it's just like exclamation mark Daka to sort of tell everyone. A Daka is, the short version is what Tom with an H just said. It's trees right here. It's a withdrawn offense. What that means is instead of going forward right away or even sort of setting up in the middle of the pitch, we're going to take our players backwards. The advantages of it are that you get to avoid some turns of hits, which for a team that is all armor 7 is obviously valuable, and you also can throw some vanity passes, which is also valuable. I think I'm going to go full Daka this time. pitches. Yeah, last time I sort of half daggered and I regretted only half daggering because I got my tree injured on a foul. So this time I'm just going to lean all the way into it. The problem with it is I haven't got much dodge skill still, which means if I want to do it, really, I should be putting players with dodge on the line. Which means putting my best players on the line. And just hoping we don't get blitzed. Although at least if we do get blitzed, they're going to have to roll GFIs to hit them with the mummies. Okay, losing a turn is fine. They put a ghoul on the line and I just noticed. It's a spicy choice, so I guess that'll be our blitz in case we can get lucky and hurt it. Do you roll the pow? Or the both down, both work. Did not hurt it. Who wants the ball? I mean, I think just getting these wardancers to the next level is good, so let's go with that. Good. It's the most important bit. So the tree is the line where nothing will be able to hit us except for the zombos, so I reckon we drop back to the tree. Actually, could have done with vantage passing on the guard one, can't we? That's a thought for future. Bye. Yeah, goal on the line of scrimmage is a choice, but I guess looking at their team, they haven't got. If you want to have all 4 goals on the pitch, which you don't necessarily do on defense, like you might have left a goal off, then your only other player you could put on the line was either a white or the dirty player, and I think they clearly want to protect the dirty player, which is fair enough. But yeah, that was a risk. Because we were talking about undead strengths, like obviously one of the few weaknesses of undead is with the ghouls, they don't have regen, so they don't have regen and they can't get apothecaries, which is another reason I think they struggle at high TV, is that at high TV it becomes harder to protect those ghouls and the killers are better at killing them, so, and then once they die, there's no way to rescue them, there's no apothecary. Queen Elizabeth, the tree in a Daka is a dilemma, right? Like it's one of the sort of odd things about the Wood Elf Daka is what do you then do with a tree? I have found that leaving it on the line is not a good option, because if you leave it on the line, it will just get knocked over very quickly, because you'll give them nothing else to hit, and you'll leave them the tree there to hit, and so any team can gang up on a tree and hit it, and then they'll foul it, especially a team with a bribe. Putting it here in the middle of the pitch is slightly more interesting, because that means that if you retreat further, which I probably will next turn, then yes, they can hit it, but who are they going to hit it with, right? The mummies are still out of range. So if they want to hit it next turn, then they'll have to gang up a lot of their other players on it, and that might leave me a gap that I decide to go through. So having it here in the middle is interesting, or if they ignore it, then you've got the position to come up to and pivot when you want to. So it just gives you some options, I think, in the middle. If I go to there, I can't get back that far. So I think we don't. I think we just come back again. Although, staying here is not awful, because actually they've got none of their Mighty Blow players here. These are the ones I really don't want to get hit by, and they're still 2 GFIs away. So maybe we hold here for a turn, actually. I'm going to bring the guard into the middle. And just swap it out with this one. drop back here and throw that pass. Yeah, do you know what, Ollie? That's also like a totally like good thought. Like put it to one side, and then you've got like the sort of drag them out one side. I haven't played Wood Elves in a while before this season, and some of these things I'm like actually like, oh yeah, that is what I used to do sometimes. Like I'm a bit rusty. Okay, looks like they're going to just base us all the way down the line. We have left a surf on. It will require GFIs, but we have left surfs on both sides. But then that takes their frenzy to one side, which means we can go to the other side without worrying about it. No, I always want the tree chamber. I love the tree. It's so good on in a lot of contexts for Wood Elves. Even when it roots, it's still good. Like it does work for Wood Elves. So I think they are going to do a surf. And I think I would do a surf, so fair enough. But basing up here everywhere means that we're going to have a nice chance to punch through one side if we want to next turn. Okay, they're not getting the surf because they rolled a POW. And now the frenzy is committed, and so we go to this side. I think we definitely move the tree this time. I'm just trying to work out where we move it to. Like we can move it up here and it'll get knocked down next turn. Assuming it wants to move, of course it might not. It'll get knocked down by that mummy, but it keeps the mummy tied for a turn. I think that's probably the right thing to do. Okay. We could surf a ghoul here. Good. Okay. We just want to push here. Did not get a push, but we got the knock down, so. See now, because we've got the frenzy all the way off on the other side, we can move up here much more sort of unafraid of taking sideline positions, which is nice. They'll be able to get a hit here, but I think with them both being strength 4, I don't see how that's not going to be red dice. That guard is too far away, and so is this one. Fine. Do I follow this one up? Because if I don't, it makes that mummy hit easier to get. I want to make them commit other pieces to that tree, so I will follow that up. Might even then dodge this one into there. It's not getting a reroll, obviously it's a lone arrow, so I might as well just click where I want it. Cool. And then, no, I don't think we even do that one. It's more like just give us an armor roll, so let's leave it. Yeah, the opponent did commit with a lot of basing there, and it could have cost them a ghoul because we got the power on that one, and we would have had a surf on that one if we got a push, so it was quite an aggressive commit from the opponent. The thing is, like, it's a bit tricky with the Daka because what you can end up doing is going too soon. Like, what you don't want to do is move up too quickly and then get pressured into scoring early anyway. Like, part of the reason to go do the Daka is to give yourself the chance to kill some turns. But the Riot helps us, and yeah. Hopefully it'll be alright. We've got a lot of our team in a strong position, I think, so. The problem with the Dakar against Undead is exactly what you're seeing, which is that they can recover very well. Like against the Nurgle last game, once you get them to one side, you've just got like 2 or 3 turns to move up the other side. Whereas against Undead, all these players who are all the way over here, they'll be back in to play next turn. So you don't get to lose people for very long with Undead because they're fast. I find Undead really like a good foil to Wood Elves. I know I already said it, but like, yeah, they're very well designed to counter the things that Wood Elves have as their advantage. That's nice. Okay, so they will base the ball here. Okay, poor Giraffe is injured. Sad. So we're on 10. And we have no bench, so it's 10 for the game as well as for the drive. I mean, an unkind blitz can kill any drive. Oh wow, doing the 1 dice to give themselves then the 1 dice on the tree. Or not even a 1 dice because you followed up, so now that's red dice on the tree. I think that's a mistake. I mean, they can also pause if they want to pause. Yeah, an unkind blitz can kill any offense. I actually think the throw rock is probably less likely to kill a Dakar because you're not trying to move the ball quickly to a particular position. So as long as all your players can drop back, it's fine. But of course, if it gets the wrong player, then anything can happen. Your pizza. Nice. It would not be pizza o'clock where I am. Decision here is, do I trust the 2+ dodge, which can fail and would be very upsetting, or do I blitz off? Blitzing off has the advantage of you're not trusting a 2+ dodge, but it has a disadvantage of we're not blitzing this piece here, which would be quite nice to blitz just for making more space to go into. So I think I'm going to blitz up here, but it is a risk. Okay, we don't get the knockdown, but it still buys us at least a little bit more space here by the sideline. Because, again, we have to be wary of the frenzy here, so do need to think about that a little bit. It's why I don't want to be in a position that's 2 squares from the sideline. I want to be 3. Okay, good. Let's get you in there first. Let's push you up in front. Or not. Okay. That could get fouled, and this is now not as good of a screen as I would have liked, but that was the right order to do things, because you do that, then you take the 2 dice block here, then you can move this through without having to dodge. So at least the snake came there and not on the ball carrier. But yeah, it's definitely weakened our position here quite a lot. Having an extra player there, and then we would have got more players through to support it, would have been very different for next turn. This is now going to be a lot harder to stall, which is not ideal. I also should have got this up. That was a big mistake. Really meant to get that up, and that was no dice, so that was a mistake. Yeah, I'm really annoyed at myself about that, because that was my outlet to switch sides if I wanted to. Going for the 1 dice. It's rowdy. 1 into 1. Just gets pushes. forgot strength 4. I wondered. I did wonder. Strength 4 wardancers are pretty handy. This is not great. This is pretty uncomfortable because of that snake. Not gonna lie about it. This is pretty uncomfortable. I'm not actually entirely sure what I'm doing about it, to be honest. Right, do what I should have done at the start of the last turn. I think we have to try to come backwards. But there's going to be some risks of a 1 in 9 somewhere. Okay, that's a good start. Okay, I'll have to do. And 6. Thank God. Would have been a very bad snake. That's 2 dice, but this is more important, so we need to try and leap out of here. Good. Okay. So now we push them right up, and they've got to think about that. And that we obviously have to take. Not ideal. Don't think we had a leap surf, and I probably should have done leap blitz. I did actually forget the blitz there a little bit. I forgot that I hadn't already blitzed. It's more sloppy play. But yeah, I should have blitzed. I don't think there was a surf, but definitely should have been a blitz. Why has Tree made a stupid play? Because she's forgotten. That seems to be mostly the answer today. Can get 2 dice on this one. It's committing a lot of players back there, which should give us hopefully some space to push back into over here. Oh, that's nice. Cheeky snake? We had a snake. 1 snake each? Oh, boo. They're making a lot of space for us here. We're short on numbers is what makes it a bit scary still, but they are making us a lot of space. Okay, I guess they get both those hits. Okay, another KO. How many are we down? Just 2 so far. Another hit here. Does get us. Oh, that's rubbish. is that the Apo? I think it is. Only guard. Good. Bit scary though because they've got bribes and we've got some very good players that we don't want to die. Foul coming in on this one. Looks like it's just the sun. Unless I clicked too soon. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so you can just run up to here. If I go this way, I think I'll not get into range. So it has to be this way. We're going to need some dice, aren't we? There's no way to avoid it. Let's get you forward at least. And then that's you there. So you're in scoring range. So we've got 2 scoring threats. That's bad news. Okay. So we stop with that one now. Not great. I'd very much like to knock down there, but at least it's something. Or is that I could dodge there better? I could dodge there is better. Okay. Well, we've got some sort of screen going on. And it's strength 4, so hopefully that's enough. If not, we've got a scoring threat here, and a scoring threat here, and a scoring threat here. So we've got 4 scoring threats. So there are dice required for all of them, basically. Just going to go for the frenzy hit there and foul it, I guess, if they can get the POW. Which is fair enough. Nice foul if you can get it. Do not spend the last reroll on it. Lucky for us. So that's good. Get that foul in. Bribe, please, on a loner. No, no bribe gone, but at least no removal. Gosh, this is stressful. Sorry, guys, I'm going quiet because it's making me think. Pesky Blood Bowl, exercising the brain cells. I think probably you'd, yeah. I think that's probably going to be the right play. The only thing that's scary about it is if we fail, we've left us to be hit and then fouled. But what are the other options? Every other option is more dice. Like, we could do that, but then we'd have stuff to the handoff, so it's no better. Okay, good. Good job, Tom the Owl. think already within one SVP of that next level, which would be nice. Everything's a bit scary now because we've used the apothecary, but we got our touchdown on turn 8, which we wanted, so... Alright, there wasn't much thinking that turn. Yeah, the turn before there was a lot of thinking. And then while watching their turn, I suppose it was less thinking and more worrying. Just watching them throw blocks and worrying about how things were going to go. Question now is, do we leave the tree on the line? Because the mummies can knock it down quite easily and they will foul it with a dirty player. So probably we don't. Probably it's better to have it for the second half. Even though that is probably what will happen to it on turn 1 of the second half. I think that's probably the right thing to do. They could one turn, so let's spread out. And in case it's a riot, again, let's put these ones back into the middle. Catcher on one side, tree on the other side. Totally makes sense. Don't ask me how it makes sense, it just does. So, stressful first half, but the outcome at the moment is good as long as they don't get a riot or do the one turn. One turn with movement 8 is pretty possible. I'm sort of relying on the Agi 3 part of it with this defense, and you know, maybe it's not the right thing to do. Maybe I should have done a full proper one turn defense. We will see. Maybe I'll be punished, but at the very least they've got to roll 2 4+ dodges and a 3+ dodge, which is not nothing. Omnirus, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I wonder if I should have done a proper 1 turn defense now. I'm doubting myself. I did slightly forget that there was a movement 8 one. I was thinking about movement 7, which is still doable, but it's just more of a sort of effort. Whereas with the movement 8, it's like, it's actually pretty, it's very doable. I wish we managed to chip one of those ghouls as well, because we hit them quite a few times. Anyway, we shall see. And to do a proper 1 turn defense would have been hard to protect all the pieces we want to protect, so there's definitely a case either way. Okay, that helps them. Save them a pickup roll. Does save them a pickup roll. Okay, so you push into here, push into here, push into here. It's a good way to start the 1 turn. Push, obviously good for them. They know what they're doing. They definitely know what they're doing. Knockdown, do they need that to be a push? I think they still do, don't they? Yeah, because this has gone this way, so this needs a reroll. Don't get it. So we're all right. No 1 turn. And indeed, they didn't leave anyone here to hit this one, so we're only going to give up 1 more hit, which is nice. Probably a foul, although they just moved the dirty player. Don't know why he did that. The backline against agility 3 teams is not terrible, right? Like, I know it's easy to sneer at it because it's like the simple thing to do, but it's not terrible against agi 3 teams. See, if they'd done that with a dirty player, that would have been a removal. Maybe they wanted to keep the dirty player for fouling next half. For more valuable targets, maybe. I feel like that also could have been a 3 dice. Yeah, that could have been a 3 dice. If they wanted to. Okay. All right, so 1.5. That's obviously good. I think this is. Let's see how the KOs go. Boo. So an 11 on 9. It's not like perfect. I would much preferred 11 on 10, obviously, but could definitely be worse. The Daka probably saved us a few hits along the way. Once again, I find myself in this position of like, how the hell do I set up this drive? Because who goes in the front line here to get hit? Like, is it a guard piece we've already appoed once? Or do you put a strength 4 wardancer there and say they've got no tackle? And maybe just go out of mummy range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Problem is then you're not in a good position to react if 2, 3, 4, 5. If you get a blitz or something. This is why we wanted that KO back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, looks like this is what I'm doing, so. Maybe it's the wrong thing to do. I'm not sure. Hey, Caution. And thank you for the follow, Astro Boy. Welcome to the stream. New followers, how did you find us? Who pointed you in our direction? Are we setting up for a 1 turn again? No. Could do. Be aggressive, but it's a tricky half for us actually, like, because we obviously have a very strong 1 turn, so there is going to be like a difficult line to work out, especially with the apothecary already gone, of like how aggressive do you play at trying to fight for the ball and how much do you say, well, if we need to, we've got a good chance to do the 1 turn. It was always tricky. Twitch front page. What? How? No, I can't have been on Twitch front page. Like, I'm not that big a stream. That doesn't sound right. I'm sure you're not lying. That's cool if we were on the front page. Or is that like, maybe it's not like, there's not one front page, probably it's probably based on like algorithms and like knowing what games you watch. It's cool if I was though. If I was on anyone's front page, it's quite exciting to me. Not even a partner. Yeah, 2 strength 4 war dancers. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. That's how you found the streamer, James? No way. That's super cool. I literally didn't know I could be on the front page. I thought only partners went on the front page. That's pretty rad. Cool. Well, welcome anyone who found us on the front page. If we don't stand firm here, they have to push us into here or here. I think we stay. Oh no, I literally meant to go stay there. Oh well, I meant to stay and be on the mummy. Oh well, that was a mistake. Not a disaster, but a mistake. Twitch shows you always 6 channels, more or less, out of your algorithm. They are based on channels getting boosts and stuff. Under that is your preferred on the front page. Huh. I did not know that, Agradius. And also, hi, Agradius. I was watching your chalice game the other day. And I know, oh, you were playing PC, weren't you? In which case, commiserations. It was a game that felt like it swung really heavily on that KO roll for your super skink. Yeah. It was a tough one. But I mean, PC's really good, so certainly no shame in losing to PC. But still frustrating when you put yourself in a position where you thought you might get something. It's always frustrating. Okay, they've injured this lineman, Randy. And they have still not rolled a double. Okay, just MNG. They have based their dirty player on the tree, so we are going to hit the dirty player next turn. But yeah, this is the dilemma I spoke about, because like I have options to go for this ball, right? Like you could just literally run up, do a leap, and you've got 2 dice on the ball. But do I want to do that when, if I fail that 3+, I'm getting stomped on by you? And this is going to be the dilemma in this drive, having already used that apothecary. Well, I've knocked you down now, which makes it a bit more attractive. Get off. Stun. It's definitely tempting now, you know. Because you can hit it from here, push it that way, and they haven't got recovery on that side. I mean, you don't play Wardell's not to take any risks, so I think we've got to go for it. If we're interested in winning the game, this is a chance to do it. Got to put pre-roll in. Okay, got there at least. Got the POW. I think we stay actually, because otherwise we're going to be on the mummy and we'd have to GFI for the next movement. Okay. Not a great scatter for us. Though not terrible actually. Good. I think you just have to stand up. It's a low now after all. Is it worth just basing this? It's the best recovery piece they've got. I think you just come stand over here, ready to be active next turn. And then we'll try a crazy roll at the end with this one. Or should we? Should we just do that? Maybe that's better. Just put the tackle zones over the ball. Okay, well, it didn't work anyway. We're going to take some hits I'm scared of here, but we've put some good pressure on, so. And we've, stunned the ball carrier, knocked the ball down. We've done the right elf things to do. It's just scary because we've not got an apothecary. Good morning, Mira. How are you? Tree's in a really good spot now. Tree's managed to really jam up a whole bunch of players here, which is nice. Double skull, 181? No, but didn't knock us down, which means that this still isn't free either. I mean, you can just walk up and 3 dice this player, unfortunately. But now who's your recovery? I suppose still that one, but you've got no reroll for the pickup. Please don't die. Didn't power us, good. Pushes us away. but doesn't get to roll armor, so I'll take it. Taking that block is crazy. That's your recovery piece. Can this one get there without... No, that's got a dodge. So anything else is a dodge without dodge. You had a dodge with dodge skill to go and get that ball. I don't understand that at all. I mean, you can still do just a 3+ dodge without dodge, but that one had dodge skill. Like, just for the sake of hitting that piece, it's not... Yeah. Okay, now you've knocked that one. Oh, you've already moved that one. If you'd knocked that down before moving that, then that could have recovered. They don't seem very committed to this recovery, but they might make it anyway. They don't. And we get a very nice scatter. All right. So I think the play here is just blitz you there, pick up on you and run, and then make a screen with these guys. Okay, well now it's scarier. Do I still try to pick up with you? I think I have to, because it's just the position. Good. Like, no one else is in anything like as good a spot to get the ball.
I was saying
I don't want that one to get surfed, is why I've done that. Just stand you up, because actually if we just keep that guard there, then how are you going to get 2 dice with you anyway? And we can do some things about that as well. Take our 3 dice hit here, because we can. I think I should need to stay so I can try and dodge through that space. Okay. Another Kaz. Not great. It's a dead elf. Oh, it's only the genuine. Okay, cool. So none of the other ones are actual deaths, but we've got a couple of MNGs. Okay. Position is okay. Position is okay. Blue lines. Out of rerolls is scary. But if we can just not get knocked down this turn, then we should be able to go 2-0 up, and then we should be able to win from there. I think they can get 2 dice on us here, but it does require quite a lot of dice, because this can get around the top. And then... Oh, maybe that's only be 1 dice. No, the guard can get here with GFIs. So... Okay, but they needed that one, I think. So that looks like they're not going to get 2 dice. Two strength up dancers is absolutely disgusting. I make no bones about it. It's a disgusting start to a team, for sure. In the last game we played, we were up against a team, Mira, with a strength 5 Pestigore, so at least that was disgusting on disgusting. Right, so they're just going to try and knock down that one and not go for the ball. They do get 4 dice on it. They do knock it down. Could foul it, they've still got the bribe. They could dodge a ghoul to foul it. And they do, and it's stunned. Still have not used that. Right. We just bang it in this turn. As a part of me was like, is there any way we could stall it? Because it's not impossible for undead with a movement 8 to score twice in 5 turns. But especially with that stunned and ready to get fouled every turn, I think we absolutely just bang it in. take 2-0, and especially because we're out of rerolls as well, and try to play it out from here. All right, 2-0. Good. Very, very good. I'm pleased I took the aggressive line and went for that ball when I did. It's a little bit risky and was quite scary after we failed the leap right away, but aggression was rewarded. Our KO rolls have been terrible for both games. Although actually in the last game our opponent's KO rolls were terrible as well, so at least it was both of us. Right, I'm going to do a full just hide defense, I think, and even though that's not great because they have got, as I just said, the speed to score quickly. I think take the view that if we can try and stop them back here from scoring too quickly, then we can burn time at the end with some strength 4 ball carriers. And maybe, if we're lucky, they won't even try. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's good enough. The kitten. Let's see the kitten. Oh. Doesn't look like such a kitten anymore, Famir. That is a much bigger cat than last time I saw. Becoming a full-fledged catto. Also a very generous cat, letting you access the tummy without launching a counterattack. Those claws. Only 5 months. Bless him. Little sweetheart. Oh, he's a ragdoll. My friends had ragdolls when they lived in England. They were very lovely. Yeah. This does not look like someone who's in a rush to score. I suppose it still won't be that hard to score in 2 turns, will it? This is getting fouled. But yeah, they haven't put in the scoring threats yet. Now they have. Okay. We can't really stop them from scoring. We sort of hope the dice slow them down, but you grow them before you eat them. No, James. No. Do not eat the cat. Do not eat Famir's cat. Stun on the tree. Could we get a send off? No, they just will not roll doubles. Will not do it. Oh, that's good. Probably shouldn't use the reroll, actually. I do. Okay, that's good for us. That's a reroll out. And means that they will need to pass to score next turn. I think we're just gonna blitz 1 and then back off, to be honest. Where's the frenzy? Yeah, the frenzy's far enough away. I mean, this is not even a screen. Fine, we'll do that. We'll do this much pretense of a screen. So now 4 turns and 1 reroll to score twice. Still doable, but the reroll out definitely is good for us. Is full-fledged Cato trying to strike Carthage? Is that a classics joke? Because I feel like there's a character called Cato in classics, but I don't really know who they are. No, hang on. It's Cato. Cato's not from classics. Cato's from like Tekken or something. Is there a Cato in classics? Oh god, embarrassing myself now. There are a few Cato in classics. Okay. Doing the foul before scoring. Getting the stun again. But still no send-off. They have not used this bribe. And they have fouled plenty. They have fouled plenty. So they don't need to score this turn. They could score next turn and still have time. But obviously it gives them less time to turn us over if they don't score this turn. Okay, they do make the pick up this time. And then it's either a 4+ pass or a 2+3+ if you're going for that one, because this one is not in range. You're going to have to do the pass anyway, so there's no point using the middle one. You either do the 2+3+ or you just go for the 4+. If you want to score this turn, but then actually the risk is if you do go for the score this turn, you don't get it, I'll pinch the ball. Whereas if you sit another turn, then you're safer, but then you only have 2 turns to turn me over. They're going for the... Okay. Going for that pass. Last reroll. Don't go for the reroll. Okay. That's all to the good for us. They have not brought their frenzy back. I think we make absolutely no attempt to stop this now. We could actually... God, we could, couldn't we, actually? We could try and pinch this. Problem is that I bring players I don't want to bring over to that. No, I just let them score. I really do. I'm just not that bothered about them scoring. I think 2 turns, I'm going to back myself to survive 2 turns. I really don't want the dirty player getting close enough to foul these players here, so... I don't want that frenzy one to be able to surface at all. Try and do that. Why not? Why not? Yeah, no, I actually don't. I don't hate doing the foul first. They've got the bribe, so why not? Even though my opponent in the last game did fail a bribe, I think it's still pretty reasonable to see that bribe and think you can lean on that when you're trying to give yourself a chance. Tree, Good Guy Merchant has been absolutely tanking those fouls for us, which is great. Absolutely great. Okay, they do get the powers. They still need to do a 3+3+ to score. It's another KO. We might have very few players on the pitch when they score, so it's definitely going to be a bit hairy if they do get this in. Definitely going to be a bit hairy. A lot of Catos, yes. The one I was joking about was Cato the Elder, who ended most of his speeches in the Senate with Carthago delenda est. Don't know what that means, but maybe Carthage delenda looks like the word delete, so probably like Carthage is destroyed or something. 3+ for the score. Do they make it? They do. So they're going to have 2 turns and a reroll to try and turn us over. We would like some KOs back, please. Plus. KOs plus. Won a goblin game, then rolled double and edge up, then saw you with the guards, spoiled the fun for everyone else. 16 3-3 with goblins. That's ridiculous. Well done, Yid. That's incredible. So what we need to happen here is that we don't get blitz and that we do pick the ball up. Those are the two biggest things, because they've only got 2 turns. Put it on the guard one if we're going to do one or the other. And you there. No, blitz, plus. Oh, free reroll. You'd love to see it. You really love to see it here. Right, you get back. Tommy L could even do a vanity pass. How good would that be? We don't need to pick it up this turn. We just don't. It's so far back. And since we haven't blitzed, let's take this one nice. Fine, that's one fewer player that can get down to bother us. Yeah, that's crazy, Yid. 16 3-3. Oh, 12 3-3. 12 3-3 is still incredible. That's what you're suggesting you need for 65 dead. Okay, fair enough. 12 3-3 on goblins is incredible. We're now debating the criticisms of Nero. It's got intellectual. All Romans were evil warmongering asses, except Nero. He was a lazy evil ass. I mean, that sounds like the right kind of evil ass to be. If you're going to be the warmonger or a lazy one, at least if you're lazy, then you don't cause quite as much bad for everybody. Antique reports are always 100% accurate and they're never influenced by the side of the reporter. Absolutely. Tree's going to get fouled again. Oh no, they're going to foul this random lineman instead. I mean, as long as we can get the ball on strength 4 here, we should be alright, really. Like, we don't do the vantage pass this turn. We'll pick it up on Tom and hopefully do a vantage pass on turn 16 because this is our defensive half, so we can save that. We've got the reroll for that, so fair enough. So we pick the ball up. That's the most important bit. Let's stand just here, making ourselves 3 from the sidelines so that we don't scatter the ball out. Where's the frenzy? Frenzy's up there. It's not even worth doing that because I don't want to do the score next time. I just want to throw a vanity pass. Don't know if it was actually worth standing this up, given it's just going to get hit. But I did, so it's happened. Hey, Azermas. Sorry to see about your ogres unable to beat Nick's incredible chaos. Well played all the same. At the end of the day, Goblin Race is pretty much a spin lottery. You need to do a few early wins, then let TV Plus do its thing, get lucky spins for a bit. I played several new coaches and a bunch of concedes. I think Spartaco was the only serious coach I played. I mean, all of CCL is a spin lottery, to be fair. Like, there are definitely, like, close. It needs to be double powers. No, that will not do it. Right, so let's do a pass. Oh, not a bit. Let's do a pass with you. Tom Yao. So I thought that Talk was the star of this team, right? Because Talk got strength up first, but Tom Yao in 2 games has not only caught up on SVP, got a strength up as well, but now has overtaken Talk. So it has flipped the script. Make a 3 dice block here. Maybe Talk could also level, we'll see. Does get the power. Not even a level. Diced. See if we can get a tree level. Don't care about that. Do you get the knockdown? Come on, tree level. Ah, boo. Cool. Another win and some nice SPP to boot. Oh, it's the right amount for a reroll, but even a 1 is the right amount for a catch, so I'm going to greedy and reroll it. Nice. That's fine, you're dead. Decent MVP. Good game, good win for the record. Got through some undead. We weren't excited by undead, so nice to beat them. Nice to get another wardancer level. We will have some more journeyman next game, but that's okay. Oh my god. Ah! What is wrong with this team? Holy cow. Oh, it's a dilemma. I really like movement. I really, really like movement on wardancers. And 8447 is a hell of a stat line, but 8447 with Mighty Bow is also real nice. Mighty Bow is real nice on a strength 4 wardancer. That's a really tough one. I think because I've already got the movement catcher in particular, it's a Mighty Bow for me. I think it's a Mighty Bow for me. You know I love Juggernaut, Ollie, but I think for this one, given it hasn't already gone strip ball, it's going to be a Mighty Bow if it's a double. I could really argue my way either way on this. I could really argue my way into the movement, but I think the team is better off right now with Mighty Bow. Purple Chest is burst in yelling. Purple Chest is absolutely going for the Mighty Bow. Yeah, exactly. He's going to be the number one blitzer, which is why I think you're right. I think Mighty Bow is the one. God, look, honestly, James, like, I absolutely wouldn't take it, but guard on this piece would be pretty good. Like, it's not as good as the other options, I don't think, but strength 4 guard and blodge on an elf team, that's got some use. Like, you can do things with that. Hit me out, leader. Is the only choice. I'm taking Mighty Bow. I choose violence, guys. We've got the emote, we've got the sound alert. I choose violence. What even is this team? Well, it's a bit misleading. I was going to say at 1140 TV, but there's actually like another 210 in Journeyman there, but still. There's a wacky looking team. So that is the team after 6 games. 501 is the record. I continue every game to be annoyed by that loss to the Dwarfs, but having a team looking like this certainly helps come to terms with it.